Hello, everyone. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute. Welcome to Preston's Ponderings. Hey, we're taking a look at Matthew 16:27 and 28, in which Jesus said, "The Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and shall reward every man according as his works. And verily I say unto you, there are some standing here which shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Now, I've been sharing with you that Jesus is drawing from the Old Testament. There are several passages that speak of this coming that Jesus was predicting in Matthew 16. One of those passages is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 10 and 11. Take a quick look. Go through the gates. Prepare the way for the people. Build up the highway. Take out the stones. Lift up a banner for the peoples. Indeed, the Lord is proclaimed to the end of the world. Say to the daughter of Zion, surely your salvation is coming. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. Do you see that this is exactly what Jesus was predicting? Now, back in verses 2 and following, Isaiah predicted the time of the wedding. More on that later. For the moment, notice that Isaiah 62 predicted the coming of the Lord in judgment, the coming of the Lord in reward, and the coming of the Lord in salvation. This is the time of the kingdom. And it's precisely what Jesus predicted in Matthew 16:27 and 28. Notice, it predicts the coming of the Lord in judgment, the coming of the Lord in reward, and the coming of the Lord of the kingdom. Now, Isaiah 62 is not talking about two different comings of the Lord. The coming of the Lord for judgment, the coming of the Lord for reward, the coming of the Lord in the kingdom. Those are not two different comings. It's all one. And every scholar that I'm aware of acknowledges that Isaiah 62 is predicting the establishment of the Messianic kingdom. Okay? Look again at what are the elements of Isaiah 62, coming of the Lord in judgment, reward, kingdom, salvation. What are the elements of Matthew 16:27 and 28? Coming of the Lord, judgment, reward, and kingdom. You know what that proves? It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Matthew 16:27 and 28 cannot be divided into two comings of the Lord. Isaiah 62 is not two comings of the Lord. Isaiah 62 predicted the exact, precise things that Matthew 16:27 and 28 predicted. Again, that means that Matthew 16:27 and 28 cannot be divided into two different comings. You can't slip 2,000 years into the period at the end of verse 27. And do you know what that means? That means that the coming of Matthew 16:27 and 28 in fulfillment of Isaiah chapter 62 was going to be in the lifetime of Jesus' audience. Because Jesus said, "There are some standing here which shall not taste of death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." The coming in his kingdom is the coming in judgment and reward and salvation of verse 27 as predicted in Isaiah 62. Folks, again, Matthew 16:27 and 28 cannot be divided. That means that Christ's coming of Matthew 16:27 and 28 was in the first century. It was at the fall of Jerusalem in AD 70. Hey, we've got lots more. Thanks for joining me for Preston's Ponderings. We'll see you on the flip side.